What if I told you that the most celebrated actor in Hollywood, a man who has played a con artist, a wolf, a slave owner, and a madman, has never once let the world see him crack? Not at award shows, not in interviews, not even during the most chaotic paparazzi frenzies of the early 2000s. Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't just act in control, he lives in control. And today, we're going to break down exactly why and what you can learn from it. To understand why Leo stays controlled, you have to go back to where he came from. DiCaprio did not grow up in Beverly Hills. He grew up in East Los Angeles, not the glamorous side. His parents divorced when he was 1 year old. His neighborhood was rough. His childhood was, by his own words, something he desperately wanted to escape. That kind of background does one of two things to a person. It either breaks their discipline, or it forges it. For Leo, it forged it. From a very young age, he understood that acting wasn't just a passion, it was a lifeline. He treated every audition like it was the last one. He studied every role like his survival depended on it. And when success finally came, fast, overwhelming, global success after Titanic, he had already built the mental architecture to handle it. Most child stars crumble under that weight. Leo had already decided who he was before fame could decide for him. Let's talk about Titanic for a second, because it's impossible to overstate what that film did to his life. In 1997, the biggest movie in history was released. Overnight, Leonardo DiCaprio became the most famous young man on the planet. Teenage girls were screaming outside his house. His face was on every magazine. He couldn't walk down a street anywhere in the world without being mobbed. Most people in that situation either lean into the celebrity machine, the parties, the ego, the tabloids, or they collapse under the pressure. Leo did neither. He did something almost unheard of. He pulled back. The Aviator, films that were specifically designed to shatter the pretty boy image. He was trying to be taken seriously. That is a level of long-game thinking that almost no one in Hollywood has ever demonstrated at that age. Here's something fascinating. Leo is one of the most photographed people on Earth, and yet we know almost nothing real about him. We know his girlfriends because the paparazzi catch them. We know his yacht trips because someone always has a camera. But we don't know his fears. We don't know his morning routine. We don't know what he actually believes about most things. He gives interviews, but he controls every word. He attends events, but he controls every image. Even when he's partying on a super yacht, he understands that the image being projected is curated. This is not accidental. This is a man who studied Howard Hughes to play him in The Aviator, and perhaps absorbed more than just the acting notes. Hughes was obsessed with control, with privacy, with being an enigma. Leo understood early that mystery is power. The less you reveal, the more people project onto you. And in Hollywood, projection is currency. Now let's talk about the moment that tested this philosophy the most. The Oscars. Year after year after year. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Nominated. Didn't win. The Aviator. Nominated. Didn't win. Blood Diamond. Nominated. Didn't win. The Wolf of Wall Street. Nominated. Didn't win. For over 2 decades, Leonardo DiCaprio was considered the greatest actor never to win an Academy Award. That narrative followed him everywhere. It became a cultural joke. And every single year, the cameras would cut to his face when someone else's name was called. And every single time, he smiled, he clapped, he kept his composure. Do you understand how hard that is? Publicly, in front of 1 billion viewers, that it wasn't enough. Never threw shade at the Academy, because he understood something fundamental. How you lose tells people more about your character than how you win. When he finally won for The Revenant, he used his speech to talk about climate change, not about himself, not about the weight. He immediately redirected the moment into something larger. That is not just self-control, that is mastery. So what's the actual lesson here? Leonardo DiCaprio's control isn't about suppression. It isn't about being cold or robotic. It's about knowing exactly who you are before the world tries to tell you. He built his identity in the hardest neighborhood of Los Angeles. He stress-tested it under the most intense fame imaginable, and he refined it across 3 decades of public life. Control, for Leo, isn't a cage, it's a foundation. And that's what separates a career from a legacy.